Good day, viewers. Welcome back to the Preaching Humanist with David Oliverio. That is I. I want to talk about my favorite topic. And some of you are going, oh, here goes David again, talking about secular humanism. Oh, yeah. Well, I am the Preaching Humanist. What else am I going to talk about, right? There's a lot to talk about, but this beautiful philosophy of life is what I like to talk about. I like to tell others about it. I want to discuss humanistic ethics. And to me, it is a superior product. It is a superior way to live. It is a superior and better philosophy of life than Christianity and Islam and all these outdated religions. Now, keep in mind, I did not say it's a perfect one. It is better. It's not perfect. The way I see secular humanism, I see it as evolutionary way of moving human beings away from religious ethics, away from supernatural ethics and morals. We're slowly letting go of the beliefs in gods and finding shared values, humanistic ethics and morals that are built into us as humans, using reason as well. So I see it as a slow evolutionary change from those old supernatural beliefs. I like to say that humanistic ethics is a more fully developed. It is. I like to say that. It's fully, or at least closer to becoming a fully developed ethical system with a deep, and I will repeat, with a deep concern. And here's the difference of a lot of the religious ethics versus humanistic ethics. We have a deep concern for the broader community, and that's what I want to talk about. The people on political right and religious right, there's a major correlation with these people. I talk to them all the time, been doing it for years, not just on Saturday mornings, but throughout the day when I travel, going to my different clients' homes, I run into people. Now, let me explain the difference here. First of all, humanistic ethics is a universalistic worldview, and there's the big dirty U word. We have a lot of dirty words. The big A word, atheists. The Christian right, political right doesn't like that. They don't like the term humanism, and they definitely don't like the dirty U word. Universalistic worldview that transcends the level of small group relationships, xenophobism, and tribal mentality. We see that. Now, I've known many people, political right and religious right, that think differently than those of us that tend to be on the left, those of us that tend to be over in the secular humanist communities, agnostics and atheists. Our brains are probably wired a little different. I've read some books on psychology. There's some evidence. I'm not an expert on the field, but there's some evidence to believe that those on the left tend to use the anterior cingulated cortex of the brain, the more logical part of the brain, a little more often than our amygdala, the part of the brain that produces feelings and emotions, or motivated reasoning by emotions, where those on the right, politically and religious, tend to be using the amygdala, or their amygdalas are just a little bit larger than ours. Now, doesn't mean they can't change. They're still humans. They still deserve respect. So this is a very hard concept for those on the right to understand, that humanistic ethics is further beyond and above just our little tribalistic, xenophobic world. Now, I've got a lot of examples for this. Now, political and religious conservative clients of mine and acquaintances I've had for many years. At my age, at 62, I can tell you lots and lots of stories, and it's overwhelmingly the people on the right think this particular way. They have accepted me as their personal trainer for years now into their homes. They know I'm not a Christian. They Google my name, and what comes up? The Preaching Humanist, right? They see what I do. Some of them are very troubled by that, but they do bring me into their home. And through the years, we've developed good relationships. It's hard for some of them for a while because they're checking me out. They've never seen or talked or known anybody like me before. So it's my job to put a face on it and to show them and educate them. And I like doing that because they're fellow humans. I want to help them. So here's the way they think. These people have accepted me into their home. I know their families. I get to know their cats, their dogs. I play with their cats and dogs. Their grandmas and grandpas, their children, their loved ones, and so forth. So they accept me into their tribe. But here's the difference. But outside of their clan, outside of their family, their church, their political party, their race, they don't care as much. They tend to lean towards xenophobism and tribalism and authoritarianism more than the humanistic worldview that is reaching out to the human race. Again, I quote from Thomas Paine, "My country is the world, my race is human. My religion is to do good." I remember that song, and I've heard it sung so many times. God bless America, land that I love, right? I've heard Christians sing this for years. God bless America. And I've often wondered, and I want to ask some, and I think I'll try it this weekend. If you, Mr. and Miss Christian, you have a right to sing these songs, and you believe in God, you have a right to do that. My question is, to those of you on the right, why not ask your God to bless the whole world? How about God bless all of humanity? God bless the Asians, whether they're Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Jews, or atheists. Bless all of humanity. But you don't hear that. You hear God bless just my little country. That's not what humanism is about. Humanistic ethics is a superior belief system. Another one of my clients who has learned to accept me in her group. Took a couple years. She was pretty harsh for a while, knowing I was an atheist. And she's political right and religious right. Older lady in her 70s. Now we're good friends, and she's a sweetheart. I asked her, a couple weeks ago, I said, "Hey, where do you want to go? Where do you want to settle down? You're already retired, but do you want to stay here, or would you like to travel or live somewhere else?" She goes, "I like it here. I want to stay in America." I said, "Okay, that's fine. That's your choice." And then she asked me, she said, "David, what do you and Christine want to do? Where do you want to go when you retire here in a few more years?" I'm counting the years. I can't wait. And I told her, I said, "Christine and I actually would like to live in someplace different. Maybe Mexico, Costa Rica, parts of Africa, somewhere in Asia, Portugal. We've done our research." And as soon as I told her that, she and many other people on the right, political and religious right, give me this strange look of confusion. And she said, "Why would you want to live there? You would be the minority." And I said, "That's what it's about. I like that. I don't want to be somewhere where everybody's the same. I like cultural diversity. We're all human." So those of us that tend to gravitate into the humanistic worldview of reaching out from our little tiny bubble, our little worldview, our country, our tribe, putting up walls of xenophobism, that's not what humanism is about. Secular humanism is about, again, I say this all the time, the flourishing and well-being of all people. I close with this. Humanistic ethics. Let me put my old man glasses on so I can read. Humanistic ethics has a deep-seated need to extend ethics beyond one's inner circle to a wider community of humans. And here I go again, the well-being and happiness for humanity as a whole. Thank you for watching The Preaching Humanist with David Oliverio. Have a wonderful day.